So yesterday some news came out that the GTA Trilogy remaster was coming out. It will be featuring improved visuals, especially in the environment and lighting, touched up mechanics, modernizing the actual gameplay a little bit, so that things aren't, as old as they used to be. And the price point is $60. You can actually pre-order it already. It's coming out in November. And while looking around online, I found some people here and there saying that $60 was actually a good and fair price, because it's 3 games, so it's like $20 for each game, and no, it's just not. These games are just old. They're cheap right now. The most expensive place for them is on consoles, like on the PlayStation Store, it's like $15 for each of them. On the PC, they're just far cheaper. They are the price that they should be because they don't suffer from re-released bullshit. There's a bunch of mods online already remastering the visuals of these games. You can find tons of examples on YouTube of GTA mod showcases. Some of them even include gameplay mods that also modernize the games to be better playable now. They add features that weren't there before. And many of these mods end up looking better and playing better and even offering more than what Rockstar is actually offering with this remaster. Modders actually have determination and love for these games. Modders, they're fans. They don't have the time constraints that Rockstar has, trying to throw shit quickly together so they can move on back to the next GTA 5 remake. Rockstar doesn't really have that love and determination for the series. They just don't. If they did, they wouldn't be out here actively trying to fuck over mods. They would just let the mods exist and do their thing separately. But instead, they are practically hunting down modders and trying to get their mods off circulation. If modders don't comply, then they have no problem with grabbing their big dick money and pointing lawyers at them. Which at this point, what can a poor fucking modder do? They can't really do anything. Because if they fight back, it's not going to end well. I mean, who the fuck wants to fight a multi-million-dollar company? So, some mods are disappearing because of that shit. And for what? So that Rockstar can remaster these fucking games with a quick visual polish and gameplay enhancements that modders have already done years ago? There are insanely gorgeous remaster mods out there already for these games since a very long time. They've been evolving with the technology. None of this shit is news, and in comparison, what Rockstar is doing is the bare fucking minimum. And for these reasons and more, $60 is just way too much money for this. $20 for each of these games is way too much for this already, If it was $20 for all of them, like for the whole trilogy, yeah, fine. I mean, I wouldn't be going as hard as I am right now because at least then there'd be some sort of sign that Rockstar knows that, hey, maybe we're being total assholes about all of this. Usually it's not even a big deal because, hey, you buy what you want, and if you don't like it, then you don't buy it. You don't have to buy it at least. But when you take into account what they're doing to modders, what the sole reason why some of these games are still very much alive today, lack of self-awareness in these big companies just throws me off. Their shamelessness to do anti-consumer shit and then come out with crap like this at full price while some people look at it and go, oh wow, that's actually a pretty good deal. It just sucks. Oh, but Rick, what about the fucking consoles? Well, that doesn't really excuse selling these games for $60. A couple of bare minimum visuals and gameplay touch-ups shouldn't be raking them new game money. I mean, hey, Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I honestly don't even understand what the fuck is going on in Rockstar. It's like they are split into two sides. A tiny side is committed to making new, groundbreaking, generation-setting games, and then the other, bigger side is just rolling in the dough that GTA Online, GTA 5 and GTA Online provided. And they are literally not moving on. That's the side that keeps reselling GTA 5 at full price again and again. And it's exactly that side that's making these decisions right now. They're screwing with the modding community, and they are essentially releasing a modded version of their 3 old games. Oh, but Rick, Bethesda is releasing Creation Club mods as well, and some of them are pretty pricey, some of them are pretty shitty, and modders have done it better too. And yes, that is true. However, it's still a completely incomparable situation because Bethesda is not out here hunting mods nor modders. Just yesterday, I actually played Fallout 4 for the first time on the Xbox. I spent the entire last generation on PS4, and mods there are limited because Sony doesn't allow any external assets. Now, while on the Xbox version, I went into the mods tab. One of the first mods that I saw there was this XO2 Black Devil Power Armor, which immediately reminded me of the Black Devil Power Armor that is on the Creation Club. They have one right there. Bethesda didn't go and nuke that mod just because it's similar to what they have on the Creation Club. I've seen tons of new armors, new clothing items, some of them even from Eleonora, who also works on Creation Club sometimes, some weapon mods, all of it for free on Bethesda.net. And while Bethesda is also selling armors and clothing and weapons on the Creation Club, they don't go and take down those mods nor attempt to sue their modders. Shit just coexists there. And as a consumer, you have a choice. That's why while on the PS4, I bought a fuck ton of Creation Club content, since I was starved for new weapons, I was starved for new armors and all that. On the Xbox, I have absolutely no desire to buy anything from the Creation Club, since there's equivalent or even better mods on Bethesda.net. And that is the massive difference here. That is why I'm going pretty hard at Rockstar and not on Bethesda. The GTA Trilogy Remaster is a bare minimum turd at full price, while they actively fuck the community who have already done it before and better. If there's something missing on Bethesda's games, something on the Creation Club that you don't like very much, you can just go on your computer. If you're a modder, you can make something new and you can put it on Nexus Mods or Bethesda.net, and hey, the fucking FBI won't come knocking at your door to try and take your fucking mods away, Anyway, this Trilogy Remaster, it's just not a good deal. We shouldn't really be supporting it. We shouldn't support it for what it is on its own, because it's still expensive. And we shouldn't really support it because of what Rockstar is doing behind the scenes. And that's about it. I'll see you guys on maybe some other video that I might or might not fucking do. Goodbye.